This is Embarkation Day on the second voyage of our very first back-to-back. And it started off with a bit of a drama. Stick with us, let's tell you about it and Embarkation Day.
I got what you want. Honey, I got what you need. Honey, I got what you want.
Hi, we are Rob and Ali sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel. Can you see her in the background? The Pacific Encounter.
We've just got off this morning because we're doing a back-to-back. So we've done a 3-night comedy cruise and now we're doing an 8-night South Pacific. Anyway, bit of a drama. We got off this morning. Al had a bit of a toothache, so we ended up at the medical centre. We've got the okay for her to get back on the ship, so all is good, but it was a bit of a dilemma. We've done a separate video on that experience, so don't forget to check that one out. And we'll tell you all about that experience in the medical centre and what it cost.
But now I am raring to go.
So this is the earliest we have ever been at the Brisbane International Cruise Terminal for Embarkation. It's just coming up to 10 o'clock. We got off at, it ended up being around about 9 o'clock by the time we got off, and we can get back on at 10:30 as priority boarding.
But people have already started arriving. There are sort of semi-queues forming. People all kind of sit in with their cases now. They're either waiting for the people to arrive or they're just waiting for the baggage drop-in to open. It's all calm and quiet,
it is,
but
it's beautiful. Now,
it's all going on.
If you've watched our first video from the comedy cruise, you'll know that one of our bags split when we were getting on. So what we've done is we've put all our laundry and anything that we've already worn that we're not going to wear again into that bag. We've brought it off the ship. We've taken it to the car and we've picked up some more provisions because we've left those in the car. So
we did a little swap-see.
Our non-alcoholic drinks, we've put another 24 non-alcoholic drinks into the bag to take back on board.
We were going to do clothes swapping and all that kind of stuff. And do you know what? It got too hard thinking about what would go in one case and be left in the car and what we would take on board. And in the end, we went, hey, let's just pack for the 2 weeks. And they're left in your cabin and our cabin attendant will take them from the cabin that we've got to our new cabin. So that'll all be sorted for us when we get up.
Now we will be doing a separate video on the whole back-to-back process because it's quite different and there's a lot of different things when you're doing a back-to-back to help out. And we've learnt a few things. We'll put those in that video as well. We've learnt a few things that we would do differently next time.
It's a little bit overcast today. It's very warm.
It's brightening up though.
And although it looks breezy, it's a nice gentle breeze actually, although it looks like it's a bit windy.
And it's beautifully warm.
But it is very warm and I'm hoping that it's not going to rain and we'll be able to have our sail away deck party.
Yeah, no,
stay with us
fine.
and see what happens.
Yeah, we're going to grab a coffee and then we'll be ready for getting back on the ship.
When you disembark, you get brought down here. There is you don't have to stay inside the terminal at all, but they have got this lovely air-conditioned area here. It's a licensed drinking area. You can hear the announcement starting already. So it's not even 10 o'clock yet and they're announcing for people to start queuing up to get on. It's the guy who loves the mic. He's on the mic constantly telling you to empty your drinks out.
Now we want to get on before the crowd for the regular passengers get on. We don't want to get caught.
So we're going to queue up. Yeah. They've got the lovely cruise cafe and the beautiful crew there, the coffee crew in there. They have sandwiches and snacks and things that you can have and just sit normally, I guess, chill and relax. But honestly, by the time you get off, check a few emails or check your internet, it's time to get back on. So it's a very, very easy process. Here's Rob. Give me a wave, Rob. Front of the queue. Look at that. Hello. Hello. Thank you. And here we go. Cruise ready. On a back-to-back cruise, they let you sit in that lounge area and then you get escorted on first ahead of the other passengers that are joining. So it was relatively easy. We got breezed to the front of the check-in. Then we had a little bit of a sticking point was over my return visa. So Robert's a citizen, so he has an Australian passport. I'm a permanent resident, so I am on a British passport, which means every 5 years I have to get a return visa, which lasts for 5 years. It's part of the passport, it's in the chip. However, the ladies that were checking me in still wanted to make sure that I had that return visa, and they were just going to check with the supervisor how they were going to check it on the passport. And I then remembered that I might have had an email from immigration that I still had in my phone, so I was able to just do a search on my email, and luckily there it was, popped up. There was the return visa on that. All good, checked in, checked the insurance. We're now at the boarding point. The exciting bit, we go to security, then border.
That is a good point to make, actually. If you are not travelling on an Australian visa, Australian passport, and you need a return visa, make sure you have a physical copy or a digital copy or something, because it could have been a problem.
It could have been a problem. Now, I am wearing my Christmas present, and Rob is holding another Christmas present. And as we go through border security, we won't be able to film it, but we're going to go and we're going to get the GST back.
From the tourist refund scheme.
From the tourist. Yeah, so we'll get 10% back from this and the camera.
Excellent. Yes, so we've got to stop filming now, as you know, for security, and we will go and see you on the other side.
Check-in has been really easy. It's been a breeze today. So after we'd come in to check-in, went through security, that was nice and simple. And then we went through border control. They've had lots and lots of staff on right along, and somebody there guiding you to which little booth to go to. Then we went to our, oh goodness, what's it called?
TRS.
Tourist Refund Scheme. So we went and we had our little presents and the camera that we had just bought for Christmas, went and got our 10% off. Really simple. You show your passport, the receipt, show the goods, and they put it straight back onto your credit card. Simple as that.
Yeah,
no forms to fill out or anything.
Last time we did it, it took about 5 days, I think, something like that, for them to put it back on. But you do need original receipts, and
Yes.
anything over $1,000 must have your name on it.
Yep. So, but it was really simple, and there we go. Now we're going to go straight through
It's 11:15.
and start the
we've ever
party
been on a
again.
cruise ship.
It is the earliest. We won't know what to do with ourselves. But I will tell you, I got dressed this morning and I got straight into my cosy. So I'm ready to go on the top deck and start to sunbathe. Woohoo!
So we are about to step back on board the P&O Pacific Encounter.
I've got to do my woohoo.
You do have to do your woohoo.
We have now arrived on board. This is the earliest we have ever been on a cruise ship. And hey, we're taking in the view. It's not the Sydney view, but we do have Brisbane City in the background, which is a fabulous view. As you just said, any view from a ship is a good view.
That's right. If you're on the ship viewing anything, there's airports over here. There's an aeroplane's taking off and landing.
Oh my goodness, I never noticed that. You see, we've never been here in time, have we, to have such a good nose of the airport and the city. Now, this is the Oasis bar at the back. We've never seen it so empty. We had our choice of seats. Right, so see these here. This is the first time we've had that many sunbeds that are empty. And of course, us being us, we thought we'll drag 2 of these sunbeds off into a little bit of the shade over there.
So we've got, I think, these 2 on the end here. Hopefully it's right. We took them under here by this red box here, under the shade.
So we were under the shade, quite happy there, sitting, having our drink. And the next thing, one of the bar staff comes over and he goes, I'm sorry, but you can't move sunbeds. This is the first, everybody moves the sunbeds everywhere, all over the place. We're untidying the place. He said, sorry, can't let you move the sunbeds. If you move them, everybody will want to move them. And it's like, why? Because we're Rob and Ali. Everybody will want to move sunbeds to copy us. I don't think so.
Where are you going to move them to?
So I don't know. I think it was literally because he thought we were untidying the place and he wanted it all neat for people coming on board. I don't know. But people move the sunbeds all day on all these different levels to get in and out of the sun. Ridiculous move. Ridiculous to tell us off for it. Anyway, we moved and we left him to it to go and put them back wherever he wanted to. And we found this lovely spot, which is on the next floor up from the Oasis. So this is sort of is this deck 15?
15, yes.
This is deck 15, right on the edge here. This is beautiful.
It is at the moment. It is right above the smoking area. So I'd imagine when that is filled up with smokers, there'll be a lot of smoke drifting up here.
But if you are a smoker, it's a spectacular corner that they've got you. It's probably one of the nicest places because it's sort of half in, half out. They've got tables and chairs there for you. Now, we're booked in at the waterfront today for the restaurant for our lunchtime. That'll be a first as well for us because we normally don't make it on and we go to the pantry. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, nice. Seeing as we missed breakfast this morning by being at the medical centre, I'm getting ready for some lunch.
I am. I'm hungry now. Now, we did try to see whether our rooms would be ready. And what they do is you can't even sneak to your room. They have the doors closed. So you can get out the lifts, but you can't get anywhere. You can't get to the corridors. So it is now 12:15. They may be ready. And yeah, we'll dump off some of these bags. It's been a bit of a pain, actually. We thought we would be so organised, but we had kind of bags flapping and hats going all over the place and passports and everything. And we were like, why are we in such a mess? We were in a right kerfuffle with all the bags and things.
Definitely lessons
sunglasses
learned
falling
about
off.
how to do.
Yes, yeah. So travel light, travel even lighter next time.
Now, from here, we get a great view of people arriving at the cruise terminal for the cruise. You can see the car parks over here. See our car over here, actually. I can't point it out. My fingers are way too thick for at this distance. But yeah, people are arriving here at the cruise terminal. You can see where these taxis are, and they're coming around. It's sort of a loop. That on the right as we're looking at it is the drop-off area. If you have family or there's a few of you travelling, you can drop people off there with the cases and then go and park.
Now, hats off to some of you, I have to say. We were in the front of the queue because we're transfer passengers. So people who are coming on for the first time, they come behind us. Anyway, we got on, we went through border security, we get on, and there's parties of people and people set up, drinks, got all the tables and everything laid out, snacks are out, and we were like, oh my God, these people are so organised. So respect to you guys. It was like 11 o'clock and you're on, sorted, found yourself a nice spec. So we have just arrived in our cabin 8616. All our luggage was already here. Look, all lined up for us.
As promised.
All 25 cases.
We've actually taken one back to the car as well.
Wouldn't you think they would have unpacked for us, Robert? What kind of service is this? Anyway, first up I'm going to do is put my tablets into the refrigerator. But you know, isn't it strange? We've just come from a cabin that was an interior cabin. And it didn't, it just had a different layout. And when we came in, you kind of go, oh, it's completely different layout.
It is. They're actually the same size. We'll do a tour of this, but they're actually exactly the same size. But in the inside cabins, the bed is up against that area where the window is, which is a wall. And it makes such a big difference. It looks, this cabin, the layout looks a lot bigger when it's like this.
This looks a lot bigger.
Yeah, we'll do a full cabin tour of it.
The desk is a little bit smaller, but I like it. It gives you a table and a chair as well in here.
It's good.
So, but
Waterfront.
Yes.
Yeah, go and get our lunch.
So for the first time in, forever, we've made it to the waterfront for lunch on Embarkation Day. And how lovely this is. There's hardly anybody in here, and it's absolutely lovely. The service is always nice, but this has been really, really special. They've given us a window seat.
Now here's a view we've not seen before.
So it's not a fantastic view, but gosh, is it nosy. We've watched all the forklift trucks. Isn't that awful? But we've watched the forklift trucks coming in with all the goodies to load and unload off the ship. So it's been quite interesting to watch it. Even though it's not a beautiful view, it's very entertaining. The food has come. Look at this. This is beautiful roast tomato soup, and a lovely bit of toasted focaccia. I knew as soon as I said it wrong, but I've never had it with the bread before. It's with olive oil and toasted onions. You really taste the toasted onions on it. The soup is absolutely scorching hot. And you can see all the fresh tomatoes, I don't know whether it's tinned tomatoes or fresh tomatoes, but you can see it all in there. So it's freshly made. It does look fresh tomatoes, though, I have to say, and it tastes absolutely delicious and really hot temperature.
I have got bruschetta, which I've had this before, and it was just a lot of lettuce and not much else. But this has got lettuce, it's got plenty of tomatoes and heaps of feta. I don't think you can see that around here. Heaps of feta. It didn't come like this. I've actually had a little bit out of it already to taste it. But it's really, really crispy toast. Whoa, very crispy.
You nearly blinded the person behind you there, Robert. And it looks like it's got like a little drizzle of olive oil as well.
Olive oil, feta cheese, everything that a bruschetta did. It's beautiful, it's very fresh. I wanted something fresh.
I think you can see the difference when they're not rushed.
Very much so.
So it's the same food, but it's just served with that extra little bit of pizzazz, or whatever you want to call it. But it's got that extra little bit, hasn't it?
It certainly has, and it's beautiful.
I also fancied something quite fresh today. So the soup was delicious. That was very homemade and fresh tasting. And then I ordered the poke bowl. So this comes with brown rice, radish. Look at this giant radish, radish here, cucumber, carrot. And I ordered the extra salmon, really generous portion of salmon here. I think that was $4 or $5. And then there's some little tofu bits here. And a lovely little sauce. I think this was oil, sesame seed, and soy sauce. There we go, over the top. Of course, this will be a nice cold salad. That's really good, really good. Fresh cooked salmon, brown rice. It still has a little bite to it. And really quite strong, that sauce. I think it was like peanut oil on it. Really delicious.
I actually ordered a schnitzel, but I mustn't have said it properly because fish and chips came. The waiter offered to change it for it, but when I saw it, I thought, oh no. So when the fish and chips came, it's a lovely crunchy looking piece of fish, and I thought, no, actually, I do fancy fish and chips. I've got plenty of other times I have schnitzel. And, whoop, there we go.
That was nice and crispy. Crispy batter.
It is.
And a nice thick piece
And it's
of fish.
it's a nice thick piece of fish, isn't it? And a tartar sauce. Now, this actually looks a little bit better than the oily sauces that we have on some of the other things. I think it still is, but it's less oily. We'll see if it's as sweet. It's still sweet, but it doesn't taste quite as sweet as the, let's say, for example, the Korean sauce that I had on the burger the other day. I'll use it sparingly, but lovely temperature, nice little bowl of salad, and the fish is beautiful, actually. So, yeah, I'm glad it got wrong. Sell, sell, sell.
You're the Wolf of Wall Street, is that right?
Absolutely.
So the reason we're doing this is because I have to do some work on board the ship on this holiday. So we've got the cabin with the window. I didn't need a balcony, but I thought a window might help if I'm going to have to do some work inside the cabin. And I am glad because, look, it's quite a nice setup. The desk is a fair size. That's not bad, is it? By the time we put all our junk and everything on. So let's see how we're going to do this. Over there, you've got all your Norton securities just popped up. Let's press go.
And now, see, we're logged onto Carnival Cruise Lines. or using Carnival Cruise Line's internet. So we've got 15.9 and 7.63. So to be honest with you, it's running about every upload and download is about a third of what the home internet is.
Okay.
It is sail away. I'm having to do this one on my own because Al's taken the medication that they gave her from the medical centre and it's knocked her out. But if it makes her feel better, that's okay. So I'm doing this sail away on my own.
Welcome to one of the most special cruises of the year because it's the only cruise we do in 2 years. Yes! We're going to experience cruising in 2024 and 2025. How special is that? We can't wait to see in the new year with you in just a couple of days' time. It's so close. We'll be partying up here out on the Lido on the stroke of midnight. But just get yourself out there, make some memories and have the best time that you absolutely deserve. In the meantime, keep this party rocking, stay on the dance floor, grab yourself a drink because you're officially on holiday and we're very glad you're here. Pacific Encounter, clap those hands. We want to see as many of you nut bushing as possible. 5, 6, 7, 8.
In Luke's for the Embarkation meal tonight, we've both gone for the pumpkin soup with prawns, little toasted prawns are inside, and then they pour the soup over the top, and it's pumpkin and lime and coconut cream. Honestly, the flavors are just wonderful, and I can feel the temperature coming off that. It's making my face glow. Oh, and the warmth from the ginger just hits you on the back of the throat. Absolutely wonderful. It's so balanced. You think that sounds quite sweet, the mixture. It isn't at all. It's very delicate, and it's not over creamy, so it's not sickly either. Beautiful soup, and the prawns makes a lovely starter. They also brought us our bread, so we have a raisin bread. And then we have this very soft, just a plain bread here. And you get olive oil and balsamic vinegar. And then the dukkha, which is lightly spiced and it's seeds and nuts.
Oh, the coconut definitely comes through, and the ginger. Woohoo! I'm going to try a bit of this prawn because you didn't. So let's have a look. So these prawns, they're I don't know if you can see that. They're sort of toasted, grilled, nice and crispy-ish on the outside. It's almost like a barbecue prawn. It's beautiful. In fact, they probably are thrown on the grill, barbecue. But, wow, good recommendation. Thank you. I liked the look of it last time when I saw you have it, so I thought I'll try it this time. And good choice. You do get a glass of wine or cocktails, a few things that you can have. I always go for the Shiraz. It's a house Shiraz. Very pleasant, very drinkable. I'm sure it's not the best quality one, being the house one, but it's certainly a fine wine to...
Washes the food down.
Absolutely. No, it's very nice tasting.
On the starters, on the entrees, the gnocchi cake comes, the option is you can have that as a starter or as a main. It doesn't say that for any of the others, but I love the tempura prawns and I also love the soup. So I asked if I could have the tempura prawns just as a main. I didn't expect them to give me more. I was quite happy with the 3 because they're enormous. Look at these, absolutely ginormous. They have given me a double portion for a main. Look at that. Isn't that spectacular? Beautiful. I hope I'm going to be able to get through them all. We didn't really want the chips, and the mashed potato comes with cream, so we went again for the pumpkin, which we love. It does come with a little bit of sour cream, but I'm able to take that off. I just ignore the sour cream on that. And some lovely green beans to accompany it.
Beans and shallots.
That's right, it was green beans and shallots.
Look at the size of that prawn.
Look at that.
That's huge.
It is. Am I going to be able to get it all in my mouth? I should make it more delicate, but hey, here we go. It's absolutely spectacular. Soft and sweet and really crispy and hot all the way through. Just wonderful. As ever, just as good. So you haven't cut into this yet, have you? Show me how you tested your steak to see if it was done properly.
Nice and spongy. I can see that side.
So let's see if you were right with your little spongy test.
So I have my steak rare. That's a little bit.
Wow.
Took a little bit more cutting than I anticipated, to be honest with you. But there we go. That is cooked rare. That is how I like it. And a red wine dew. I will get some vegetables to go with this, but we'll try this just there. And it's warmed through beautifully as well. It's not like they've just seared it, and it's actually cooked all the way through. That's
sauce.
and a nice seared outer. Yeah, no, the sauce. Very nice. That's a good reduction, that one.
Tonight is casual night. So this is the first night, embarkation night, casual night. And so I've got a little jumpsuit on tonight, and I thought I'll have a little bit of fun with my hair tonight. So this little wiggy here, this little wiggy went to market. This little wiggy stayed at home. And this little wiggy went wee all the way to the restaurant. So this is a full one. So some of the ones I wear are full wigs, and some of them are just the hair pieces, or kind of just what they call toppers. So this is a full one here. And it's the pink with the nice little dark ends on it. Just a little bit of fun for tonight. These are the little petit fours that come. These are to share, but as you can see, I have taken the whole lot to myself, and I'm even given a spoon and a fork to get through them. So it's this little chocolate, it's marshmallow, Turkish delight, and a little truffle. Robert has his favourite creme brulee. And we asked for the cheese and biscuits. We didn't even pretend that we could get through the cheese and biscuits this time. We asked them to just box that up straight away so we could take it back to our room. Are you ready for the flourish? I feel I need some smoke to come out of this to do this. Are you ready? Kapow! There, look at that. And then normally the bread and the crackers comes on a separate plate, but obviously they've put it all together for us, so we can take that back to our room.
Fabulous.
There you go. Should we do the creme brulee crunch test with the Tweel biscuit?
Sure. Okay, let's get down close and then.
Oh yes, lovely crisp. It's not quite as crispy as it has been, is it?
No, it has been sit here a few minutes though. There we go. Been sat here a few minutes.
Now, the Tweel biscuit, as in every good episode of MasterChef, they always do the Tweel and tell you whether that's as light as a feather and as
it certainly is.
Is it melt in the mouth?
Actually, yes. Yeah, it is. Let's try this. It is cold, but it's beautiful. Actually, I haven't got a sweet tooth, but it's like the proof of the creme brulee is in the eating, isn't it? End of another night, Al.
It is end of another night. So after we'd left Luke's, that's on deck 7, we come to the atrium, and from the atrium we could see there was a guy on a piano, I think he was. Yeah, a guy on a piano singing. A few people kind of just sitting there, just having their sort of coffees.
And down in the atrium.
after dinner, kind of little drinks. So there was no dancing or anything, but he was bopping away on his piano. That was really nice. We kind of hung over the balcony there for just a little while listening to that. That was really good. We didn't actually get a coffee, but that would have been nice to do that. And then we came through, and the Encounter Hotel that had a live band on, and people were dancing.
There were lots of people dancing.
Yeah.
The dance floor was packed.
Yeah, so we had to join in with that. That was really good. Woke me up, actually, because you have that much sort of protein and that much food that when we sometimes we
the antibiotics have kicked in, as you can see.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll have my food and we'll go to see the show or something, and I can feel my eyes in the dark going like this. And it's because I had such a large dinner. So it was really nice to have a dance in the Encounter there. And then we went to the Blue Room, the old favourite. So the Blue Room tonight had a band on with a female singer. That was very traditional sort of jazz which it is a bluesy kind of jazz place, but sometimes it's more where you can go and have a little dance and things, and listen to some more popular blues kind of singing and musicians. But it was very, very jazzy tonight, so we just were quite happy to listen to that in the background. And we sat a little bit further away. We sat further away from the band so that we could have a chat with people and have a nice talk.
It was good.
So that was really good. That finished there at 11:30. When the music finishes in these venues, or when the act finishes, that's when the bar closes. So if you're in the Black Circus and they have, so they had a sort of audience participation show, when that finishes at 10, that's it. You can't get a drink in there then. So when we'd finished in the Blue Room and the band had finished, we then came through to the Encounter, back to the Encounter Hotel, and they were still serving sort of last drinks.
There was karaoke, full swing, but by the time we came back, it had gone. So it's like that emptied out fairly quickly.
Yes,
Anyway, never mind. It's probably not a bad thing, because
that's it. End of the night. So we're going to save ourselves now for. We're not going to go to the nightclub or anything.
No, it's been a long day. It's been a long day.
For New Year's Eve tomorrow.
It is New Year's Eve tomorrow. We were up early this morning. We had to get off the ship. We had to do everything else and get back on. It has been a long day, so it's probably a good idea to call it.
I think everybody
night.
else has called it a night as
really
well.
Quiet, so
yeah.
No nightclub for us tonight. So.
No.
If you've liked this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and hit the notification button if you want to see more of our videos. We will say good night from the B&O Pacific Encounter for tonight. Thanks for
love
watching.
to see you and join us
absolutely.
and watch us. Thank you so much for doing that. Really helps our channel, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Take care now. Bye bye.
honey, I got what you want.